Queen bee, want no smoke with me. Okay. Then turn this motherfucker up 800 degrees. Whole team eat chefs cause she's a treat. Ooh, she's so bougie, bon appetit.
I'm a savage, attitude nasty. Talk big shit, but my bank account match it. Hood, but I'm classy. Rich, but I'm ratchet. Haters kept my name in their mouth, now they gagging. Bougie. He say the way that thing move, it's a movie. I told that boy we gotta keep it lowly, me the room key. I done bled the block and now it's hot, bitch, I'm Tunchi. I'm mood and I'm moody. I'm a savage.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to Bomkatt Chat. On this edition, like I said, we're gonna do part 2 of the Master Young interview. So again, this is Master Young. We're gonna be discussing the guns, the ammunition, and the rules of the game. So what we're about to do now is a demonstration. He's gonna explain all these cool guns. I am just so excited right now. I don't even know how I'm holding myself together. I'm like a 3-year-old in the candy shop because I want to touch everything. And you know, I wish we had like the gun range in front of us because all you see me with the headphones on, it'd be on and popping. But for now, I'm gonna hand it over to Master Young and tell us all about this cool stuff.
Okay, so we got a couple different things here. We've got some single stack semi-autos. We got some double stack semi-autos. We have a revolver here. We got different types of magazines, some AR magazines because we have an AR here, AR-15. This is one of my mini short-range battle rifles, AR-15 Anderson lower with an M-lock upper. It's a Bear Creek side charging, meaning that it charges on the side versus charging with a charging handle out the rear. These can be a little difficult for some people getting used to side charging handles because you have to hold this a little differently. So this one, I actually built this piece by piece. I think it ran me about $650. If you had bought it in the store, the way this is built right now, it probably cost you about $1,400 bucks.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a baby.
So let's go ahead and charge it. Make sure it's clear.
Please make sure it's clear.
Now, when you do, the stock is it's a collapsible, so it's adjustable. Whatever you do, the muzzle has to stay in a safe direction, either up to the ground or in a direction there is no body, no person.
I'm just gonna keep it up. Wow. Now this has a lot of weight on it.
Yeah. A lot of the weight's coming from the barrel. That's a 16.5-inch barrel. It's a 1 1/8 twist, meaning that for every 1 inches of the barrel length, the bullet will travel or spin or rotate or twist 8 times.
Nice. And when you shoot something like that, like, what's the kickback? Like, is there a weight limit to a gun like this?
So the larger the caliber, the larger the recoil. So what you call kickback, you can call recoil.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the industry term for it. These, it doesn't have a whole lot. The longer the barrel, the less recoil that you're going to have. Okay, when you have shorter barrels, you have a shorter distance for the energy to get out the front of the firearm.
Okay.
So it's going to generate a little bit more power a little quicker. When you have longer barrels, it takes a longer time for the energy to get out the front. So all the energy is displaced out the end of the barrel further away from you than it is closer to you on a shorter barrel. So yeah, this is one of my short-range battle rifles. Vortex scope on it, 1x8x24 with a tack light attached, where if you press the pad here, that light should light up. And a commando grip on the front. Yeah.
On this table, which gun would be the best for a woman to handle?
Okay. And by the way, this is a 223 Wild is what this is called.
Okay.
It fires a 223 and a 5.56. It is chambered for a NATO or milled for NATO, meaning it can fire 5.56 and 223s, but it's called a 223 Wild.
Okay. So I hope all my gun enthusiast watchers are really getting excited about this because he's speaking French to me, but yeah, 222.
So For most women, this is what's called a Glock 19X. Make sure it's clear. See the floor. This is called a Glock 19X. It's got a 17 frame. Make sure that the muzzle is pointed in a safe direction. So I'm going to show you the proper way to grip it.
Almost the same color as me, so
Almost.
I think I found my match.
Not as beautiful as you.
Thank you.
But still a beautiful gun. So your grip is going to be like this. You right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take your hand and put it here. It's high up under that.
Okay.
Okay? You're just going to wrap your fingers around.
Okay.
Just like this. Now, if you take that gun and flip it up like this, okay, does your knuckles line up under that trigger housing?
Yes.
Okay, then the gun, don't point it at yourself. Make sure it's in safe direction. Then that gun fits your hand.
Okay. So this is perfect for me.
Now, so this finger here, keep it here. Yep.
Okay.
So then see your...
So even with the nails, like that wouldn't affect shooting or ability.
I've seen women with nails longer than you shoot that gun. So
okay.
You always want to keep this finger here though.
Okay.
You never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to pull the trigger, and you never point that gun at anything you do not plan to kill or destroy.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Ooh.
So with your hand like that, take this thumb and just put it on top. You can point the gun. The rest of it with it pointed at the ceiling.
Okay.
So go ahead and tilt the... There you go. Now you're just going to take this hand like this. There you go. Now you're going to put those knuckles here on top of those.
Okay.
Like this under the trigger guard.
Okay.
Now, you're going to take this palm and you're just going to sit it right there and place your thumb on the frame.
Right here.
On the frame. You got it on the barrel, on the slide. So you can put it there.
Okay.
Yes. Now just take this thumb and place it here. Now,
wow.
If you look at the index finger on your shooting hand and the thumb on your support hand, if they're approximately the same length down the barrel, the gun is your size. So you need to take your thumb and rotate it forward.
Okay.
Now, if you look at your thumb and your index, are they approximately the same length?
Yes.
Then that gun is your size.
This is my size.
It fits your hand. But really, you're more of a Glock 21 frame.
Okay.
I would say your hands are a bit bigger for this gun.
Okay.
So you're definitely not a slim line single stack. You're definitely a double stack.
I'm a double stack.
Okay.
Like
so go ahead and point the barrel to the ground. All right. We're going to go ahead and clear them. And then I will show you the first one I was telling you about.
All right.
This is a single stack M&P.
Ooh, I really like that one.
Same
it's
thing.
So little. Okay.
But your hands are too big for it.
Okay.
So see how your fingers are almost down the length of the barrel? Almost at the end of the barrel? Too small for your hands.
Okay. Okay.
And your the mag, when that mag comes out the bottom, bring it up a little bit. Yeah, so you're gonna put this thumb here. It's the same concept. Those knuckles over those knuckles, and then just bring the palm up and rotate the thumb forward. Now keep that one underneath, but you want to bring your palm. There you go.
Oh,
like that.
gotcha.
Now,
okay.
thumb here. Now, can you see? Rotate it up. See how it's about the same length down the barrel? Yep. Now, the gun fits in your hand, but your hands swallow the gun.
Gotcha.
So your hands are too big for that.
So
gun.
if I was trying to be sneaky though. No,
Yeah. For like if you were to use it for like a boot gun or something like that, or ankle gun or something like that, then yeah, that would work for you. But that gun's too small for your hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have one up here that would fit me?
Yeah, all three of these. This first one that I showed you.
Okay.
This is a 17 frame, and this it's a Glock. They're both Glocks, Glock 9s, 9x19s. This was just same gun as this. It's just the frame is smaller.
And then what is this on the front of that one?
This is a light, tactical light that goes on the front. This is a Glock 19. It's a Generation 5. I do all the stippling. It has all my guns have my daughter's name on it somewhere.
Nice.
She will inherit all of my guns.
Eventually,
at
yes.
some
Teach
point.
your daughters how to shoot.
So this is called a TR by Stream. The company's called Streamlight. It's a TLR7, which is just a light. So if we point in a safe direction, it's just a light.
Okay.
And you would use that in dark environments. If someone were to break into your home, unfortunately, or if that was the case, or you're out in the world and it was dark, you just shine that light. It only takes 60 lumens to temporarily blind the person, so you can just quickly just hit them in the face and run.
Okay.
Because, if you had to get away.
Nice.
And that's basically all this is, just a light. They have laser and light combos. I'm not a fan of lasers.
That's the red dot, right?
Well, there's red and green.
Oh.
If you're shooting red, you want to shoot red at night and night only. If you're shooting lasers or running lasers on your firearm, in the daytime, you want green.
Okay.
Red refracts in the daylight. Green doesn't.
Nice.
So, little tidbit about that. These is what we call a P80 build, or quote unquote a ghost gun. There are no serialized parts on this gun whatsoever. Federal law says that you can legally possess this gun
Pay attention.
if and only you do not resell it for profit and you use it for personal use only.
Okay.
Okay? Just go ahead and discharge it. Make sure it's clear.
I love it.
You see
Safety
the floor,
first,
no
y'all.
mag. And the grip is the same.
Let's see. I can remember how this goes.
Okay? Yep. Thumb out. Always put your shooting thumb on top of here until you get your
Until I
support
get
hand.
myself. Okay.
And then all the way forward. Because when you present, you're presenting straight out. So thumb is an index. As long as your thumb is towards the target, as long as your trigger finger.
And this is the one you said is a good fit for me, right? Because I feel very comfortable holding this like this. Okay.
Yep. About the same size as a 17 frame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called a P80 build.
It's so beautiful. I love the color scheme. Now, I know that's a very girly thing to say, and that's not important when it comes to firearms. And I'm just me, so I'm going to say that. But I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Beautiful.
we'll segue into different types. Oh wait, we have this other one here. This monstrosity
Ooh.
here
It's my favorite one thus far.
is a revolver. It's double action and single action, meaning that there is retention when the hammer is pulled back and when the hammer is forward. So one thing with revolvers is you never want, a lot of people take their revolvers and they do this.
Yes, I've seen it on movies, of course.
Don't do that. It'll damage your firearm over time. Just be patient and just close it gently. Because if you keep flipping it and flipping it and flipping it, you're just going to damage it. You can fire this revolver, which shoots 410 shells, and then your standard judge rounds. It will shoot these. These are 410 shotgun shells.
Ooh. Heat for that ass.
And they come in a buck, and they come in these type here, which is a slug on the inside. And then they shoot your standard cartridge, which comes in ball ammo, hollow points, rip rounds, drill rounds,
All of which are
and standard ball
legal.
ammo, and polymer tips, which is what this is. The red tip on the front's a polymer tip. It's used on impact to split bone and widen, and it creates a very huge wound channel that at the end of the day you don't.
So
necessarily
that
want.
bear is going down. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
guys, that bear is going down.
So revolvers can be shot in single action and double action, where semi-automatics, 99% of them are all double action. I mean single action. They only fire in one. The hammer comes back and it goes, the slide comes back and it goes forward. You can't cock these and shoot them like you can a revolver. They do make, Smith & Wesson I believe makes a double action, single action semi-automatic, and then also the 1911 format is also double action and single action on a semi-auto. So if you were to just cock this back here, that's double action. Okay. Now once I pull, or single action, I'm sorry. Now once I pull the trigger, right, every subsequent shot after it is double action.
Okay.
Okay. It can be fired in either or. You can cock it every time if you want, but it's not required.
Is there a switch or?
No.
Okay.
That's just how the mechanism works. So
That
this
is
is
so
called,
nice.
these are called striker fires. These are called hammer fires because it has a hammer.
Hammer that hits.
These are called striker fires because there's a firing pin in the slide mechanism that strikes the primer on the back of the cartridge, and we'll go into cartridge types too.
Nice.
But this is hammer fired. It only fires if the hammer, there's a pin on the front of the hammer on most of them. That's what strikes the primer. But the hammer for this one is built and recessed in.
Ooh.
Some of them have the firing pin that's here, and when it comes forward and it strikes the cartridge, the primer, then it goes off. But this one has it where it's built in and recessed.
Wow. Okay.
So
Dope. Oh my
yeah,
god.
this is called the 410 Judge.
Okay.
It's a very nasty animal.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's
Sounds like it.
put that one back safe. So you have your single stack magazine. Single stack meaning that all of your cartridges line up on top of each other. So with single stack magazines, you have less rounds, but less weight overall on the firearm.
Nice.
With double stack, you have larger capacity, but more weight. The rounds are actually staggered. The state law in the state of Colorado says that you can't have more than 15, but they don't regulate it. I've got 17 rounders, 30 rounders, 40 rounders, 60 round drums, 19 round mags, 21 round mags. I've got many different types, but the state law actually says no larger than 15.
Okay.
And then on your AR magazines, you have standard AR mags, your 5.56 by
The gun that goes into is
goes
that
into this.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
These are your AR mags. So
Ooh.
automatic rifle is not what AR stands for. Okay, let's just make sure that the world understands that.
Do y'all hear?
It doesn't stand for assault rifle. I'm sorry. It stands for Armalite rifle,
Armalite.
which was one of the original names for the AR-15 that were developed for the military. Stands for Armalite rifle. It does not stand for assault rifle. Technically, there's no such thing as an assault rifle. It's just a bad name given to AR-15 platform rifles, AKs, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
But there's no such thing as assault. Now, if I'm assaulting you with a rifle, I guess you can call it an assault rifle. But there's no classification of a rifle called an assault rifle. You have two different types of ammunition for ARs. You have what's called ball ammunition. See how the top is rounded and closed?
Mm-hmm.
That means it's considered ball ammo or range ammo.
Beautiful.
This is not that. That's armor piercing.
Ooh.
That will go through armor.
Ooh.
And then you
Green
have
means go.
polymer tips, which I didn't bring today, but you have those as well. They come in different colors. They come in coyote, OD green, black. You can go get them printed, 3D printing on them, get them etched, things of that nature.
Wow.
They come
Now,
windowed,
let me ask
windowless.
you this.
Yeah.
Why would somebody want to get their bullets 3D printed
Not,
and etched?
not the, well, you could never etch or 3D print a bullet. Okay, so let's segue over into bullets.
Okay.
Okay. So, can you tell me what this is?
A 4.5 bullet? No, I don't know.
So this is a bullet,
I would say it's a bullet, but I'm assuming it's called a round.
cartridge or a round.
Okay.
The
See, I'm
bullet-
learning so much terminology. I love it.
So this is composed of 4 parts.
Okay.
The bullet is that brass piece that you see at the top. That's
Okay.
what comes out the gun. That's the bullet. The whole thing is called a cartridge.
Right.
Inside there is a propellant, and on the bottom there is a primer.
Okay.
The firing pin strikes the primer. The primer makes a little ignition, ignites the primer, causes a gas pressure, and that pressure pushes the bullet out of the casing, and that's what comes out of the end of the
Gotcha.
firearm.
But the whole thing together
It's called
is
a
called a
cartridge or a round.
Okay.
Yes. So polymer tips. That's made by a company called Hornady Critical Defense. This is called a Woodsman. These are actually
Oh,
designed to kill
goodness.
bears.
Oh, the
Yes.
ones I've been discussing.
That's what I personally carry in my all of my everyday carry.
Living in Colorado, you know, there's lots of bears here.
You have what's called range ammo or ball ammo. So
This is like a typical, huh?
that's what typically everyone carries.
Exactly. I mean, this is probably the only bullet I've ever seen in my life.
And I'm going to tell you why that's wrong. Why you should not carry this in your gun.
Okay.
So we have hollow points. That's a hollow point.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
What makes this special?
So the hollow point is serrated, sometimes up to 4 to 6 sides. So once it hits, whatever it hits, it mushrooms back and it causes these little blades, if you will. And when it goes, inertia is causing it to do this, and it just tears up stuff and it creates a really nasty wound.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
So that's how hollow points work.
So, in conclusion, you know, what advice would you have for a lady interested in a firearm, but you know, maybe a little apprehensive?
You know, we have proven methods that can, you know, ease that that uneasiness that women have with guns. Definitely come and take one of the courses. In the firearms courses, we go over the different things that, you know, come with women and owning and shooting guns.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about that. Like I said, we have proven methods to get you past that uneasiness about being behind a gun. Come get fitted for a gun. We do gun fittings where we make sure the gun actually fits your hand. So you just don't go out and just buy a gun and don't know what you're actually buying. But most importantly is ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question when it comes to guns. Being behind a firearm is one of the most important rules that you should follow as far as the responsibility of it. There's a lot of responsibility when owning firearms, and if you don't ask questions, you don't get answers.
Exactly. And with owning a firearm being one of our rights as American citizens, you know, I really felt like this would be a great show to do, and I really want to... Bomkatt Chat is sponsored by D. Will Photography, SP Apparel, Chicks Logos and Fine Arts, Rated3X.com, and Bomkatt Entertainment Group.